Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nav, and for today's class, I'll be guiding you through a 30-minute flow focusing on building strength, stability, and balance. Throughout class, we'll be placing ourselves into experiences that challenge the core naturally, not with endless crunches or boats, but challenging yourself to find steadiness, strength, and above all, centering your mind so that you can remain strong from start to finish. Today, I have the privilege of practicing at the Core 10 Yoga Studio. If you're local to the area in Oakville, Ontario, you can join me Monday nights and Wednesday mornings. As always, have some water, have a towel, have blocks if you need it. But with that in mind, we'll be getting started on our backs to make the most of our time here on our mat. Just a few moments here in which we can soften the body. Relaxing your muscles, shaking out your arms, your legs, just to take up some space so that we can connect to our breath. 30 minutes is not a long time, but it's enough time. So it's all about making the most of your time as you keep your mind on your mat. So instead of having our mind pulled in different directions, let's see if we can bring attention towards our breath. Centering yourselves around the nose as you start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Now for some of us, we will just be working with this mindful breath. A breath that remains smooth and steady that supports you throughout practice. Some of us may start to channel our ujjayi breath, constricting these muscles gently around our throat, very similar to if you were to be whispering to someone next to you or like you're fogging up a mirror. Doesn't have to be done loud. This additional sound can create an anchor for the mind to remain connected to our breathing. So whether you work with your mindful breath or your ujjayi breath, let your breath support you as we begin to move on our mats this practice. Let's take a deep breath. We'll reach our arms overhead, pointing our toes away, a full body stretch to begin. Exhale to bring your knees to your chest as you round through your back. Let's give ourselves a nice big hug. Let's try our best. We'll keep our head, neck, and shoulders lifted. We'll extend our left leg long, but not letting it touch the ground, keeping it hovered. A few times here, just alternating these knee squeezes in towards your chest. Taking a breath here. Exhale to squeeze and switch. And just mindfully working at your own pace here, just a few times alternating knee and leg. Next time that we bring our right knee in towards our chest, pause. Only working with your right leg, extending and coming back in. Inhale to extend it. Exhale to bring it in. As we work with this movement, hopefully trying your best here to keep your lower back flat on your mat. So if you do need to bring this left leg down towards the ground, I don't mind, but keeping this core strong and engaged here. Wonderful. Next time around that your knee comes in, let's gently place this right heel down towards the ground. Take a moment here, extending your fingers towards your left foot as we lift up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Now, some of us, we may get stuck in this next movement, so elbows can always help. Not throwing yourselves forward, not lifting your leg up. Try your best to roll your spine up to a seated position. So working with a few spinal rolls. Rolling yourself up and slowly using your breath in to roll yourselves down. We'll do this twice more. Core is contracted, hips are engaged as we look to lift up through the chest, reach forward with the hands, and slowly going in reverse. Next time around that we do roll ourselves up, let's take a moment to pause, lifting the chest up. We can grab around this right thigh bone of ours. I prefer to just wrap my right arm underneath. Left leg staying long, just a few times here, lifting your right foot off your mat as you extend and bend your right leg. Just feeling this length through the hamstring. It's not about how straight the leg gets, but just seeing what is accessible for you as you lift. Awesome. Next time around that your right heel kicks up, let's see if we can grab onto that right foot. If it's too much to do that, we can always hold on to the knee. That's no problem. But finding this bind here, we can start to lift up a bit more through the chest. Maybe left hand is slightly off to your side as we lean back to lift this left foot off of our mat. If it's too much, it can always come down. And if available, maybe that left hand reaches back. So a long line of energy from right to left hand. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's switch hands. Left hand towards right foot, or just holding at the right knee as we reach our right hand behind. Now maybe that left leg is still lifted, maybe it's come off the ground. See what is an appropriate challenge for you. Holding this side for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly recenter. Right foot comes down. We roll ourselves back down, and we will just be switching sides here. Bringing your left knee in towards your chest, extending your right leg out long. Working only with left leg moving. See if you can lift up through the head, neck, and shoulders to keep the core engaged. Lower back pressing into your mat. Inhale, left leg gets long. Exhale, left knee comes in. Squeeze. Twice more. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last time, breath in. And breath out. Left heel comes by your hip. Right heel comes down to the mat. Staying lifted through head, neck, and shoulders. Fingers reach. Strong arms here. We roll up with control, not throwing yourself forward. So not using any momentum here. Using strength. And using your breath in to roll yourself back down. As we roll up, some of us, we get stuck here. That's okay. Elbows, hands can help you so that you can find that additional lift. And coming back down. Last time around. Pausing. Left arm comes underneath that left leg as we hold on to our thigh and squeeze the knee a bit closer. Extending, bending. Finding that active range of motion through the left leg as we lengthen. Right leg is heavy, it is long, it is supporting us here. Next time around, as left foot comes down, let's find that bind. Whether we use the peace fingers to bind onto the big toe, the foot, or just hold at the knee, let us lift. Strong chest, lifted chest, so that we're not rounding through the back to find this length. Right hand is there to assist as we maybe lift up right leg. As we maybe start to roll open our chest, as we maybe reach back right hand. These maybes are invitations for you to be curious of your practice, not to demand change from the body. Holding 3, 2, 1. Back to center, switching. Maybe right hand grabs onto that left foot, maybe around the knee, as we find our way into a closed twist. Left hand may end up reaching back, or it may stay down on the ground. Extending the foot, lifting the chest, holding 3, 2, 1. Face forward. Let's bring our heels in. However works best for you, let's come into a tabletop as we settle onto our hands and knees for a few breaths. Coming onto your hands and knees, I'd like us to come into our clamshell movements from here. Curling your right heel gently towards your hip. We'll take a breath in to open our right thigh out towards the side. Closing back in on your breath out. Just a few times here as we stabilize a bit more through our outer hips. So as a request for you being mindful here, check in how much you may start to lean to the left side, bend into the left elbow, or rock towards the left hip. Try your best to stay strong and level through your shoulders and hips. Next time around that your right knee opens up, pause. Curling your left toe underneath, can we just hover our left knee an inch off our mat? Keeping that right thigh bone lifted, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Try the other side. Hips may have to bump a few times side to side. That's okay. Curling left heel, opening left thigh. It's not about how much you open out, but it's just about feeling that strength to be built through the outer edge of left hip, supporting the opening with your inhale and the closing with your exhale. Next time around that we open this left thigh bone out, stay strong through your arms, curl your right heel, hover your right knee. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, lower your knee, bring it back in, bump the hips side to side. Great job. Just a little bit more to open through the hips before we continue on. We'll come into a kneeling position here. Tops of your feet for some of you, others curling. Long spine, lifted chest, left hand around your hip. Take a breath in, right hand up to the sky. Just coming into this half camel variation here in which we're a bit more supported. We'll take a breath here. Exhale to bring your right hand down, and we just switch. Inhale, left hand reaches forward as it then extends upwards. Lifting higher through the chest as we pull back through the shoulders, extending a little bit up through your chin. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, let's bring our hands down towards the ground. Let's curl our toes if they're not. We'll lift our hips up and back towards downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Knees bend, feet pedal out, hips maybe shake a little bit side to side. Just an opportunity to catch our breath, to slow it down, to smooth it out, to find that steady flow of inhales and exhales. We'll bend our knees to look up. Exhale, we'll step, hop, walk, whatever works best to bring yourself into a fold at the top. Couple of breaths here. Please try your best to relax your head, to dangle your arms, just to find a little bit of decompression through your spine. Let's continue from here on your breath in, lifting up halfway, long spine, flat back. Bend your knees if you need. Exhale to release it all, let it go. Take a deep breath as we root through our heels to rise up, standing up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale to bring your palms to your heart, a moment to reset. We're going to do a bit of a combination between upper and lower body from here. Sweep high, stay long. Slide your left foot just a little bit behind your hip. So this is a movement done from the hip, not from the foot stepping back. So staying long and straight through this right half of your body. Let's come into a bit of a squatting position, a lunging position. On your breath out, left knee will lower down as right knee bends. This becomes this low lunge. Take a moment here. Can you hover your left knee off your mat? Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. Challenge. Being quiet, being soft, being somewhat slow. Can we lift our right foot to bring our right knee down towards the ground? And if you're able to bring it down, can we then step it back up? Nice. Try this just one more time. Staying long, lifted, strong. Right foot lifts to bring right knee down. And then right foot steps up to bring right knee up. On your breath in, let's stand tall as left foot steps forward. And exhale a moment to fold forward. Let it go. Once again, smooth breath, rise up, reach up, look up. We're just switching sides here. Engaging the glute as we slide our right foot a little bit further back. Centering your gaze, engaging through the core as we lower our right knee down. Take a moment here, toes are still curled as we hover our right knee, lifting up through the whole body for 5, 4, 3, 2, release. And then getting light through that left foot to bring left knee down towards the ground. Getting strong through that left hip flexor to step your left foot up. One more time. And it's okay if you lean a little bit. Let's step this left foot up. Let's rise up. Let's bind our hands to our lower back. Roll back the shoulders, reach down the forearms. Take a breath, maybe lift up through the chest. Exhale to hinge, to fold, to come down towards the ground. Great job. Take a breath, maybe bound hands reach a bit higher. Exhale, releasing your palms down to your mat. Halfway on your inhale. Our first full vinyasa. On your exhale, palms down, feet back. Option to lower down for your chaturangas. Inhale to roll open the shoulders, to lift up through the chest and heart. Exhale, let's curl our toes. Let's bring ourselves back to downward dog. Working with a full flow here. Now that we've built up some heat, we've started to create some connections. Let's utilize this heat to start to challenge ourselves physically and mentally. Know that you have the tools to get through all of this. Let's take a breath in, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step forward. We'll start in our low lunge, our Anjaneyasana. Left knee comes down, hand sweep high. Exhale, palms come down. We pull back on our hips, our half splits. Soft bend in that right knee, no problem. We'll be going towards the left half of our mat to come into gate pose. Left hand walks towards the back of your mat. Right hand reaches up to the sky. So we can consider this like a grounded, extended side angle. Option to shift a bit more weight as we lift up our right leg. An option here to curl your right heel as we grab onto that heel and foot. Take a breath here. Exhale, release. Land your right foot. We'll be coming into our dragonfly twist at the top of our mat. Hands walk forward. Left hand meets right foot. Maybe left knee stays down on the ground as right hand reaches up. And then for some of us, as time passes, left knee will lift up. Strong core here, inner thighs are tight, shoulders are squeezed. We'll take a breath. Exhale to pull yourself up into a twisted crescent here. Nice. Bring your palms together towards your heart. Lean forward to bring your left elbow to right knee. This is our prayer twisted lunge. Not dumping weight into this right thigh bone. Let's stay strong through the right foot. Let's shift forward as we get lighter to lift up our left leg here. It's not about how high you lift, just finding that nice lift. Squeezing left knee in towards your chest. Consider this your curtsy position. Right hand will grab onto your left foot. Let's slowly lift up the chest. We don't have to stand all the way up here. Keeping this bind of right hand and left foot. Our first very real challenge. Can we turn our left shoulder and left hip up? Coming into this very awkward twisted sugar cane. As we do so, we let go, finding ourselves in this half moon position. Left arm reaches up. Don't worry about right hand coming down. We land here in warrior two. Bend into right knee, pull back on the hip, slice your arms out. Take a breath in. Let's lean back as we straighten our right leg and right arm. Coming into this nice sky archer pose. Looking down at your left heel, let's bend into that left leg. This brings us into our skandasana. Stay for your inhale. Exhale to bring your hands to the top of your mat as we step right foot back and return to downward dog. Some of us will lower down for our cobras and our upward dogs. Others will just shift back to downward dog. 2 more breaths. Working through left side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale to step forward. Lower your right knee, breath in, hands high. Exhaling, palms down as our left hip pulls back. We find that length through that left leg. Left leg will stay long. We turn to the right. My right hand comes to the back of my mat. Right hand, right knee, left foot, all in one nice line as left hand reaches up towards the sky. Shift further forward if you can to lift up that left leg. And maybe curling that left heel to find this dancer bind. Stay for your inhale here. Exhale to release, coming towards your dragonfly twist at the front of your mat. Left knee bends, right hand comes forward, left hand high to the sky. And even if we're having difficulty coming into that twisted crescent, start grounded if you need. Otherwise, on your breath out, pull yourself up. Heart is open, arms are long. On your exhale, palms to your heart. Right elbow comes forward. It's touching the left knee, but it's not dumping itself onto that left knee. We look further forward, shift further forward as we lift that right heel towards the sky. This comes from the glute. Bringing that right knee in so we get tiny, curling into a bit of a ball. And then we use our left hand to find that right foot, creating this bind. Chest opens up a bit, and this is where we need to move slowly. Roll your right shoulder up. Roll your right hip up. Eventually, we let go of right leg. Left arm is there towards the ground. Right hand is reaching up towards the sky. We'll take a breath here. Exhale, warrior 2. Long stride back as we slice out through the arms. Inhale to straighten left leg as we reach up to lean back. Exhale to go towards that right half of your body as we sink our weight down. Stay for inhale. Exhale, hands to the top, left foot stepping back. Option for some chaturangas to your vinyasas, whether you come down to your knees. Inhale for your cobras or upward dogs. Exhale for your downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Now, a very dynamic flow, no doubt. It's asking a lot from us, twisting and balancing and opening and closing. We're going to do this one more time with the hope that we can connect a few more dots within our bodies. Support each movement with your breath. Keep your mind calm. Keep your body strong. Inhaling, right heel high. Exhaling, right heel forward. Lower down. Breath in, hands high. Exhale, palms down, pull back, half splits. Inhaling for that gate pose, this grounded, extended side angle. Left hand to the back of your mat, right hand to the sky. Shifting to find this bind, this dancer's bind, as we maybe lift up that right leg to curl our right heel to our hip. Stay for your inhale. Exhale to release. Body comes to the top for this low lunging twist. Exhale to pull up for that twisted crescent. Exhaling, palms to your heart, left elbow, right knee. Looking forward as you inhale to shift and lift your left leg. Exhaling to squeeze your left knee in. Find your bind of right hand, left foot. Take a breath in. We lift up the chest. We then open up left shoulder, left hip. Transitioning into this half moon variation as we reach left hand higher, lift left thigh bone higher. Exhaling to land softly, warrior 2. Straighten right leg, inhale right hand to the sky, lean back, breathe wide. Exhale, lower with control, skandasana. Spine stays as upright as it can, heels pull in. Stay for your inhale. Exhale to the top of your mat as we step our right foot back. Your vinyasa to bring you back to downward dog. For some of us, heat is flowing, sweat is dripping, me included. Our last time through this left side. You've done great so far. Let's finish strong. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Exhale, we step forward as we shift forward to bring ourselves into this low lunge. Inhaling, hands sweep high. Exhaling, palms come down as weight shifts back. Breath in, we turn to the right as we pivot, finding ourselves in our gate. And then we shift a little bit more to lift up left leg, curl left heel, find that bind. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, we release, coming into your dragonfly twist at the front of your mat. Inner thighs are strong. Right hand presses down, left shoulder opens up. Use your breath out to pull yourself into that twisted crescent. Stay as upright as you can. Take a breath. Exhale, palms to your heart, right elbow, left knee. Come forward, not down. Look forward, shift forward, engage the right glute as you lift the right heel. Exhaling, bringing your right knee to your chest as you curl in. Feed your right foot to your left hand as we start to lift through the chest. Very skillfully here, slowly, mindfully, we open into this half moon. Right shoulder rolls open, right hip stacks on top as we let go to open out, reaching right hand high. Take a breath. Exhale, land, warrior two. Final few postures here. Lengthening left side as we straighten left leg. Inhale, left hand overhead, stretch. Exhale, lowering with control, Skandasana towards that right half of our mat. Stay for inhale. Exhale towards the top of your mat, stepping left foot back, and we return, flowing things out, bringing ourselves back to downward dog. Take a moment, soften to your knees. Arms can extend out, bit of a child's pose, a melting heart pose. Few slower, deeper breaths. A lot of energy gets built into the body when we do movements like this. An extended exhale, an audible sigh. Very simple way to release some of that heat out of the body. No longer needed. It has served its purpose. Awesome. Let's bring ourselves into a tabletop. We'll prepare ourselves for our pigeon pose from here. 10 breaths as we slide our right knee outside of our right wrist. Using blocks if you have them, if you need them, underneath the right hip. And then I leave the choice to you. Lately, I've been preferring to keep my pigeon a little bit more upright so I can focus more on the area around my hips instead of just specifically around the glutes. But if we do choose to fold, don't think about coming down. Think about going forward. The palms are there to support you so that your hips can pull back. But otherwise, we're working in a way that feels best for the body to release itself within this deep stretch. Amazing job. Couple more breaths. Some of us may end up exploring a bit more, coming into king pigeon options. Others will just remain as they are. Let's slowly release our bind. If it's there, we'll just be switching sides. Right foot can step back as we return to downward dog. Take a few moments here as you pedal out your feet to flush out your legs. And then shifting forward with your left thigh bone as you bring your knee outside of your wrist. I have a very simple litmus test that can be used within this posture. It's just our ability to be hands-free without falling onto this left half of our hip. This just ensures that the body is comfortable enough, that the weight of this posture is stable through the hips, settled into the hips. And that also gives us the opportunity to decide how we wish to approach the posture, whether we go forward, whether we twist, whether we find off angles, or we remain as is. Those of us that have the ability to find something more, we'll give ourselves a few more breaths to explore. Could be that king pigeon, could just be simply opening up through the chest. We don't have to do more. Wonderful job. Let's release this foot down to the ground if it's bound. Let's come down to our left hip. Let's swing our right leg around to the top. Some soft windshield wipers through our knees just to flush out some of this movement. We'll come into a forward fold as we close things off before we prepare for the end of our practice. Legs can be bent softly here. Your choice how close or how wide your feet are. Let's take a breath in to lift up through the chest, lengthen through the spine. Maybe hands are down. Exhale to hinge forward. Extend forward with the chest and chin. Maybe arms follow along, or maybe arms just remain relaxed. For the most part, I encourage you, unless you're very close to touching your thigh bones, very close to finding that flatness in the fold, that it's okay to keep the chest and chin lifted. We don't need to close things off immediately. For some of us, that will just promote excessive rounding. Some of us, as time passes, hips may wiggle back so that the legs can straighten. Hands may end up finding their way onto your toes as we continue to reach forward. Let the breath support you in your preparation of resting, as it's just around the corner. We have just a few more breaths here in this folded position. Gently take your time, press into your palms, build yourself back up. Some of us may just prefer something like a soft twist here, just to open up into that space that we've folded into, to digest some of this energy that we've created around our core. And I leave it up to you. Some of you will come down onto your backs. I prefer to find myself in a seat. We'll just give ourselves a mindful minute here to allow the energy of our practice to settle back into our body. That we can just appreciate the ending of this one thing. The gratitude that we have for having spent time on our mats today. Having moved our bodies, challenged our minds, having taken good care of ourselves. Being grateful for that. Returning to a smooth breath, a steady breath, a naturally soft breath. If you wish to remain on your backs for a few moments, a couple of minutes longer, please remain at rest. Those of us that are ready to move on with our days, we will slowly bring ourselves into a seated position, bringing our palms to our heart, tucking our chin to our chest as we keep our eyes soft. My hope for you with the rest of your day is that you can find time to reconnect to yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. That you don't lose all of this connection that you've created by moving and breathing on your mat as you've done today. And it's sometimes as simple as just pressing pause on the busyness of your day to slow down, to take a few deep breaths before you continue. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live peacefully and harmoniously. May you be liberated from your pain and suffering. Until next time, let us sit tall as we seal our practice by bowing forward and humbly saying, Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Please come back. Please try this practice again. If you liked it, please share your feedback down below. And if you enjoy the channel, I highly recommend that you continue to subscribe and support our growth. I look forward to seeing you again for our next practice. Be happy, stay healthy. See you again soon.